Alright, guys, welcome back to another crazy podcast. How are you guys doing? I know this is not Friday, but if you follow this channel, you know that I haven't really stayed consistent on the podcast because I haven't really had like too much to talk about or too much to get out. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna do a podcast to stay consistent with you guys on what the hell I've been up to, how I've been feeling. So this will just be like a feels podcast and whatever else it turns into. Maybe we can just talk about just random fucking topics and shit. Um, One thing I've been battling a lot with lately that I haven't really voiced a whole lot. My anxiety has been really bad lately. My depression has been really bad lately. That's pretty much it. I don't know. I feel like I'm in a weird headspace with my content on my main channel. I feel like it's doing really good. I feel like people enjoy it. But then it kind of sucks because, like I'm a year into it and I feel like if I got more feedback on my videos, like I would feel better about it, but it's not even like, oh, you expected to grow so much in a year. I just feel like um my content is so much better than some other YouTubers. And I know you're not supposed to, compare yourself to other YouTubers and shit, but like it's hard. It's really hard. I mean, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and just keep, YouTube is such an up and down road. It's like 1 minute you feel so great about what you're doing, and the next minute it's like, ugh, like what the fuck am I doing? And I kind of feel like maybe, like I need to step back from my content and really figure out what I want to be doing on my channel. Because I don't really know what people expect from me. I feel like on the podcast, it's like, I can talk about whatever, talk about my feelings, talk about what's going on in my life. Um, but I feel like with my main channel, it's like, okay, do people want more vlogs and they want story times? Do people want more this or that? Like, I kind of want to just stay consistent doing one thing on my main channel for a while, and I feel like I would have more growth. So, for you guys that watch the podcast, can you please let me know what you guys want to see on the channel, on my main channel, as much, and then also suggestions for the podcast. The whole reason why I started this podcast is kind of like so, my fan base could kind of just jump back and forth between the podcast and my main channel just to get like an extra dose of me. Maybe I'll make it like kind of like a weekend podcast type thing, because I don't really post on the weekend on my main channel. So if you guys want to leave suggestions of the next podcast, that would be great. Um, let's see. What else should we talk about? I'm pretty much done talking about Jake Paul. I mean, I heard that somebody in Team 10 apparently they got smoking the reefer. Um, and they're supposed to be family friendly, PG, but I can't really say much about that. I can't be like, oh my god, you're a bad person. It does kind of reflect bad, but not my problem. Let me talk about the stream of videos that I've been making. I feel like my latest video I worked really hard on. The video that I just posted. It's the video I hope YouTube doesn't demonetize this video, because actually I got one of my storytime videos demonetized. And let me tell you, I was so pissed because I was like, it's not even a video that is worth being demonetized. I'm like, why is that demonetized? And if you guys are wondering, I think it's like the last story time I told. That's why I've kind of pulled back on story times a little bit, because I'm getting them demonetized for stupid shit. A story time that I told 2 weeks ago, the time I lost my dog. Man, that got demonetized because it was non-advertiser friendly. And I don't understand why, because it's not like it was a bad story. I just talked about how my dog passed away when I was, a child. I didn't see where it was like this controversial, oh my god, sad, depressing, it's triggering. I don't see how that was a horrible story time, and I don't see why it got demonetized. But so if you guys have been wondering why I haven't been telling story times, it's because I'm hesitant. Like, if I get demonetized for that, what else am I gonna get demonetized for? You know what I mean? It's a shitty fucking thing that like I'm going through with being a content creator. Like, what is cool to create? Like, where's the line for YouTube? Because I've been trying to make more family friendly content and censor myself, if you guys haven't noticed, which I don't really like doing. You know, when I started my channel, I was like, I'm not gonna censor myself, but it's kind of like YouTube is kind of boxing me in a corner with that shit. And I feel like on the podcast, it's like, oh, you know, I'm gonna vent off about it, you know, but I don't want it to take away from my content, and I feel really bad that I have to censor myself, or I have to watch what I say on my channel because it's gonna get demonetized. But then the other half of me is like, just fuck it, just tell the story, you know, there's no problem, you know what I mean? But YouTube is just going around and demonetizing, just, it feels like random ass videos, because I feel like I have worse stories on my YouTube channel than hearing about how my dog passed away. You know what I mean? It's just shitty. It's shitty, you know? But yeah, that explains the whole me not telling story times as much thing. And it just comes down to, it's like, okay, I don't know where the line is. There's so many stories that I want to tell, but I'm like, is it worth? Because I'm not really trying to get, you know, demonetized and all this other shit and the censorship bullshit that's going on with YouTube. It's like, where I don't know where the line is. I think that's why I've kind of lately drawed back my content a little bit. And I don't mean to do that, okay? I don't mean to do that. It's just, YouTube makes it so fucking hard. It makes it so hard. You know what I mean? Fuck. Alright, back to, let's switch gears a little bit. Let me get a drink of water. My year on YouTube is actually going to be September 8th, because that was the first time that I ever posted a video. It was a vapor review. If you guys don't know, I started my channel doing vapor reviews because I was like, oh, I was really interested in vaping and being in that community, and it was something that I was comfortable with. So that's what I started my channel on. So actually, this upcoming Friday is my year on YouTube. So I want to ask you guys, and I want to ask people that watch my main channel, what should I do for my 1 year on YouTube? Should I just do a montage? Should I just talk about my channel as a whole? My first year on YouTube has been so great. It's been an up and down battle. Like I said before, YouTube is like, you know, YouTube's like boxing. Like, sometimes you'll have a good match, and other times you're like, I get knocked down and get demotivated. But all in all, it is never, ever, I did not expect any of this shit to happen. I did not expect to get a shout out from PewDiePie. I did not expect to have somewhat of an audience in just a year. I did not expect that like anybody would be ever watching my videos. I did not expect that like I would find so many people that enjoyed what I did on the internet. You know, it's crazy to me, and it's nuts. And I say this very often. Maybe I don't say it enough, but I really am grateful for the position that I am. I know that I'm a really small YouTuber, and I know that it's like, oh, you know, I don't know if it's with YouTube. I don't know if it comes down to luck. Being lucky on YouTube, being lucky to be a YouTube creator, or if I'll ever be an official YouTuber, or I'll ever have like a medium audience. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I enjoy making content. And I think that's what it all boils down to. I think if you do what you love and you do it consistently, you can do anything. And I think that's a good way to apply that in any part of your life. Regardless if that's getting to go on a date with a girl or you starting a YouTube channel. I've tried to stay consistent as possible. Tried to do something that, made people laugh. I didn't start YouTube to want to be famous. Do I want an audience? Yes. Do I want a play button? Yes. I wish I could get to that point. But I know that's only in time. That stuff is later. The money is later. I'm worried about right now in the present, just working at making better videos every single day. That's what I'm concerned with. If people they're like, why did you start YouTube? And it's like, to make, I knew when I started YouTube, I was like, I'm not as good as these other YouTubers. I know I'm not. I know nothing about editing. I know nothing about the internet, as far as creating shit, I've learned it all by myself, just by watching and seeing and experimenting and having experience in doing it. I've went from making really shitty phone videos to making what I consider medium quality videos on my main channel, and I feel like they're only getting better, and I feel like my editing's getting better, and I'm working at it. I'm working to always strive to get better with every video, and I don't want people to think oh, well, you're just trying to be like these big YouTubers. I hate when people are like, oh, you're making too many videos about somebody, or you're talking about big YouTubers just to get views. And it's like, what do you think big YouTubers do? They don't talk about other YouTubers because they're like, oh, I'm so concerned about it. They know that they're going to get the views. If that YouTuber that's being talked about all the time and they are popular, they know that's going to get fucking views. They just know that, it's like this constant battle. People are like, oh, PewDiePie, he cares about Jake Paul. I doubt that he gives two fucks about Jake Paul, but he knew at the time if he put him in the title, that's views. Easy fucking video, okay? Easy video. Do I give a fuck about Jake Paul? Honestly, not really. But, I do want to grow an audience, and I know people, you have to go where shit is popular. But I'm not saying, oh, that's all you have to do with your content is make stuff that's popular and trending. No, you don't. I make shit all the time that has nothing to do with what's going on within YouTube. I'll make vlogs, I'll make, comedy videos, and sometimes it's YouTube related or YouTube funny, and, but that's just the game. That's the YouTube game. It's all about entertaining, and if you can go where there's going to be a lot of people searching for one thing, and you continuously do it, you're going to get somewhere eventually. And that's what I believe. I know I don't get a lot of views or a lot of daily subscribers or but that's just the game, I'll have some months where it's I get subscribers every day, and then I'll have some months where I barely get any at all. That's just how YouTube is. If I cared about money so much, and it was about not making money on YouTube, and oh my god, I need to be making money on YouTube, and I need to be doing that right now, I just get a 9 to 5, where I know how much money I'm going to be making every week. I know that the money isn't going to go away. I do YouTube because I thoroughly enjoy it. It strives me, it pushes me creatively. Sometimes it drains me creatively, but generally, I am happy doing YouTube. It makes me fucking happy, okay? It makes me happy. And I feel like a lot of creators, I don't even know where this podcast is going. Maybe it's just me ranting off or whatever about the shit that goes on in my head. Maybe this is therapy or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's just how the game is played. And I hope that my fan base knows that, I'm not putting on a persona for the internet. I can be this freaking crazy off of the internet. Sometimes, in some of my videos, I'm but, I'm a human being. I've made content almost every day for a year. I am a human being. I feel other shit than just happiness. I do not agree with forced positivity on YouTube. I feel like if I'm happy being in front of the camera and that's how I feel for that day, then I'm gonna be happy. And if I feel like I want to vent off about something, then that's what I'm gonna do. But the forced positivity thing is just fucked up. Everybody is a human being. They feel all of these different emotions. It might change by day, week by week. Who knows? But I am a human being. And part of me kind of feels like, I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Part of me kind of feels like as if my life is so projected on the internet that people kind of forget or don't like when every video isn't up to par. I am only human. And, I don't have a video team or somebody helping me with my videos. It is just me. And it is just me that edits these videos and me that comes up with the ideas for these videos. And I enjoy doing that. But I am human. Sometimes I don't feel like getting in front of the camera. Sometimes I don't feel like filming my life, my dogs. I like my privacy to some sort of degree. And I understand when you're sharing your life for the internet, people just want more. More of your life, more of this, which is fine. I would expect the same thing out of all the people that I watch on YouTube. Especially when you're vlogging, people kind of feel like they can comment on your life, and you kind of have to be careful with what you share on the internet, because people comment on that. They're commenting on your life experiences, they're commenting on your life, and it can be kind of like a messy road. And I'm not saying that I don't really have any problem. This shit that I share on the internet, you guys can have it. You know what I mean? I'm down for sharing my life. It generally doesn't bother me. I don't really think about it like, oh my god, what do people think about what's going on in my life? Am I boring? Like, of course, sometimes I think like, shit, maybe I'm not doing as well. But like, I feel like when you're creating something, regardless of what you're creating, you are your biggest critic. You are your biggest, you're your biggest critic. You're going to be the one that's like, I'm not making the best videos in the world. Yeah, everybody says that, okay? You could shoot a whole movie and it could be fantastic and you're like, this isn't the best. Everybody is their worst critic, and that is my biggest downfall. I criticize myself to a T. I have always done it, even before YouTube. Like, I'm like, that could have been better, But I just have to, like, get the fuck over that and realize that there's never gonna be that perfect video. There's never going to be a video where everybody likes it. There's never going to be that video that just does well every single time. And it's just a constant up and down battle. And sorry if this podcast was a little bit ranty, but I really just wanted to post on this YouTube channel, and hopefully you guys have a good rest of your weekend and a good holiday, because yes, I think the holiday is Monday. I think Labor Day? Am I right? Okay, well, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's Labor Day. So hopefully you guys have a good holiday weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday, as always. So make sure you guys go check out my main channel at Yakira Lane. Make sure you guys tweet at me sometimes, Yakira Vlogs, and make sure you go check out all my other social medias. It is linked down in my main channel, and hopefully you guys have a good weekend, and thanks for watching the podcast. I appreciate it. Domo, 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 domo. I love you, and yes. And let me know what you guys want to see in the next podcast, because we are out of time. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next podcast. Leave a comment below. Leave a like for your girl. And let me know if you guys want to see a visual podcast you guys just like listening to audio, or you guys want to see my voice, or, oh, wow. If you guys want to see my face in this podcast, let me know. Leave a like so I know, or leave a comment, or whatever you guys like to do. And I am out of here, and I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. So bye, guys. It was nice bullshitting with you, talking with you. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. let me know. And make sure you guys go check out my main channel at Yakira Lane. Thank you so much for coming back and watching another podcast. I will see you in the next podcast. Bye, guys.